Wakey, wakey.
Welcome back to I'll Make a Stay Out of You, the podcast where I, Phil, introduce Stray Kids to my friend Tom.
That's me.
How you doing, Tom?
I'm good.
Good. I'm glad to hear it.
Tired.
It's been a while since we recorded, so it's nice that we get to catch up like this. And,
True.
And just chit chat and watch some Stray Kids content and stuff. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is good.
I mean, you've been playing a bunch of new games. You're not playing World of Warcraft anymore. Instead, you're playing a hunting game. You're playing.
Hold on.
Yes,
I am still playing World of Warcraft.
I don't know what you're talking about.
It's just not. I
know.
There's only so much that I have left to do right now.
Yeah.
I mean, there's tons that I could be doing. I just don't want to. Because I only had two goals. I've already accomplished one, and the other one I can only accomplish on certain days of the week.
On raid nights. Yeah. So how close do you feel like you are to achieving the heroic raid?
Well, we're on the last boss.
Right. And you did that all on Tuesday because you went through normal and heroic all the way on Tuesday.
We didn't do a full normal run.
Okay.
After typically the way that raids have been working since I think Legion, maybe before, is you can get a quest to like kill usually like the second to last or third to last boss to get an item, and then if you've done it like 3 or 4 times, then you get to skip to that boss after you kill the first boss.
Yeah.
So what we do now on normal is we kill the first boss, skip to the second to last boss, and then the last boss. So we kill 3 bosses instead of 8, and then we switch to heroic. And then on Tuesday, we killed the 3 bosses on normal, and then we switched over to heroic, and then we cleared all the way. We killed 7 bosses to get to the last boss. Wow. Now, how close we are, I don't know. It's tough to say because mechanically, I feel like it's a fight that we can do. It's not like you were watching Tuesday, right? The last fight that we did, Broodkeeper, is just chaotic. There's just chaos.
Yeah,
and it is still mechanically based, but I just feel like there's so much uncertainty going into that fight, whereas the last fight is very structured, like, avoid this, move here, kill that,
right?
So it's just a matter of execution, and I think we got it.
Yeah, I think that'll be I think it'll go well. Well, this episode won't be out, but I'm sure you'll be doing it on Saturday. So, if people want to attend that, like, they can totally do that if they're into World of Warcraft. That's fine.
Yeah, I'll be streaming tomorrow. Well, no, not tomorrow. Sunday, because I have duty tomorrow.
Yeah. Oh, okay. So it's on Sunday. All right. Well, cool.
Although
that seems fun.
One of our healers is going to be out of town, so that might make it a little more difficult. Also, I won't go into all that, but
Anna's going to be there, so that's all you need, right?
Yeah. I think we would all like for that to be true, but no, this raid has been really rough because it's a super healing heavy raid. Normally we'd go in with like 3, and that would usually be overkill
enough.
But in this one we need, it's really strongly recommended you have 4.
Wow,
but
that's a lot of heals.
But we killed Broodkeeper with only 3 because one of our healers lost power, I think. And wasn't able to get back on, so I was like, well, fuck it, let's just try. And then we we didn't one shot it, but we had a bad pull, and then we one shot it, basically.
Wow. Well, that's cool. I'm glad to hear it.
If you want to watch that VOD, it's on twitch.tv/TXTom.
That's right. There you go. Get the plug in. Why not? Yeah. It's Friday. We're recording this on Friday.
Yeah.
It's the last day of the week, and the tradition has been that I pick up Logan and check his folder, and his kindergarten teacher writes a note that says, "See email," and then doesn't email us till Monday.
Nice.
So I was this happened again, and I was like, God damn it, why? Why? And but for once, she actually emailed us. And like, see email, like, okay, she writes see email. The email is like 2 sentences at the most, right? And
nice.
It probably could have been 3, but not a lot of punctuation going on.
Oh.
Yeah, that's what you want from a teacher. So what she writes is that, like she was working with a kid and asking him questions, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Logan kept coming over and wanting to talk and answer the questions. And I was just like, oh, okay. All right.
Yeah.
And she said in the email, well, the rules are when she's like working with a kid that like they're not supposed to come over because she's like trying to help them, learn something or whatever,
Sure.
or check their learning or whatever. Like you're not supposed to interrupt. And so like he got in trouble for interrupting. And I'm like, okay. And both Jeanette and I immediately like texting after we read the email. I was just like, yeah, we can talk to him about this, but he's not in trouble. Like, I don't give a shit. Like he walked over and was like, I know the answer to that question. It's this. And I'm like, I get that means he's a little overzealous and he probably should stay in his seat, and we'll tell him that. But like, motherfucker's not getting in trouble for that. I'd be like, no, absolutely not. Like, yeah. So, but other than that, he had a great week. I'm proud of my guy. So, It's good. My Go-Gurt's here, so now we can actually talk about Stray Kids. That's good.
That's what we were waiting on.
That's what we were waiting on. We if anyone who's listening to the podcast, it's that we always talk about stuff ahead of time so that Go-Gurt has time to arrive. Because you can't start a podcast without your mock name, right?
Right. Naturally.
Yeah, it's important.
Everyone knows this.
Everyone knows this. Okay. You know what else? This could be the worst plug ever. Jeanette, what is the name of the person of the store that you got those stickers and the album from? Risk It makes like really good products. I don't know. This is not going to be the plug for them. So we haven't talked about it, right? But like Jeanette had ordered some stickers and a reusable, they make these like great Stray Kids themed like reusable sticker books, and so you can put your like stickers from your albums in there without fear of them like losing their stickiness, and so you can have them, you can look at them. It's great. It's really cool. And so Jeanette was like, I'm buying these, and I said, okay, that's fine, yeah, do that. And she did, but when she got the package, she noticed that like it had a different name. Like it didn't say Jeanette, but it was another like name that was similar enough. And like Jeanette's name gets wrong. Like people write it wrong enough to where she was just like, nah, they just probably got it wrong. It's fine. No big deal. And then she's like looking through it and she's like, oh, there's like stickers in here that we didn't order. This is extra. That's really cool. That's so wonderful. Like this is really cool. And then like she goes to the bottom of the box or whatever. And then she finds like the actual like receipt and she's like, oh, we got somebody else's order.
Yeah.
And so I was just like, like when you're like buying like merch and stuff from like an actual like stay creator, I was just like, I just told her like, well, you should like email them and tell her like, we can pay them the difference. Like, I don't want them to like lose money because they like accidentally shipped the wrong order because they had 2 people who ordered at the same time with J names and that just got mislabeled or whatever.
Right.
And I think that's fine. Like, and so I said, yeah, just reach out to them. And they were like, no, like, don't do that. But the other thing that Jeanette had said was like, we have a Stray Kids podcast. Like, we'll totally shout you out on it. And you, if you want to count this as an actual like shout out, then go buy things from Risk It because they make great things. Her and her husband are both stays, and Jeanette thinks they're awesome and likes all their TikToks and their products. So there you go. But at some point I'm gonna like let Jeanette like try and do something properly, because I mean, like, it's fine. I'll even link on this episode because we're talking about it, but like Jeanette like desperately like wants to like make sure it's like nice and good, and that the like we're like promoting them well, because she really loves the sticker books. So yeah, anyway, I don't know. I was cool. I just kind of like we like Jeanette and I like recorded an episode, and then we just recorded yesterday, and I was just like, man, at some point I'm gonna have to mention this. Like it's
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to bring this up anyway. Yeah, but tonight, other than just merch, we watched some Stray Kids stuff. We kind of went back in time a little bit because we just listened to the sound to when they were promoting Case 143, and they went and did some little interviews. Yeah. We watched the Jonathan interview, and then the Sunmi Showterview. So yeah, it was okay. What'd you think? Did you like it?
Yeah, these were both really good videos.
Okay, good. I'm glad. I mean, that first one with Jonathan, that interview is hysterical to me. Like, it just has Changbin, Felix, and Lino, but like such a chaotic energy from the very beginning of like Felix and Jonathan, the host, arguing because Felix is eating his eggs, and he's like, "You owe me money." Like, they're like doing a skit, and then he hands him $100 instead of $90, and he's like, "I don't have change." And Felix goes like, "Well, I'll just take this one for free then," and then cracks the egg on his head.
Yeah,
and it's like, obviously, like, they all pre-agreed on this, but it's like so funny regardless that like this is a thing that happened, especially because right after they cut to Felix, and he's so sorry and so embarrassed. It's really funny. And so then there's just raw egg running down Jonathan's face and like on his lip. It's like, yeah, I don't know. It's really good. Love it. I wonder if they filmed that last. Like, is that the last thing they filmed? Because then he had raw egg on his head. Like,
it would make
sense.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. So that he can clean up after, and they could just go. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe. But it was an actually good interview. I mean, I liked that they talked a lot about not just their names and stuff, but like every question was told in like a fun and funny way. Like, when to ask about Changbin's nickname as Dweki, and saying like, oh, what does that mean? Like, why are you stealing that from this little girl? Like, and he's like, wait, what do you mean? Who did it first? And Jonathan just immediately is just like, I think it was her. I think she was first. And he's like, I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, he brought a chaos to the interview that was perfect. And I found it really interesting that like this was the first time that he had interviewed male K-pop idols.
Oh, okay.
He had said that he had interviewed he'd only interviewed female K-pop idols up to that point, twice included, of course. And I think that's just so funny. It was just so good. And like very chill. Yeah, I mean, my favorite part. I mean, what would I'll ask you first, because I've already been talking forever. What part did you like the best of the Jonathan interview?
My favorite moment from the Jonathan interview.
Uh-huh.
Oh my god! Now you're making me like try to remember everything that happened.
I know. Right after we just watched.
Right after we just
video.
watched it, yeah, and watched something else. Let's see.
Or any of the parts that just stood out to you. It doesn't have to be your favorite part. Whatever.
I don't know, man. Why don't you name some moments that happened, and then I'll be like, yeah, that was the one.
Okay, the bathroom break.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Okay, the bathroom break is so good.
Oh yeah, okay. The bathroom, not the bathroom break, but the face and how they clipped back to it when he was like, I sneezed.
He said, "I sneezed, so I think I need to go."
Yeah.
Okay, there's that, and he's like, "Yeah." They put urgent on the screen. Yeah, they cut to his face. He looks so panicked. It's so good. And I also love, the thing I absolutely love is that they're like, nobody's ever done this before. And then they're like, sorry. And then they like, Chugby gets up to leave. And the other two are just like, yeah, we'll go with you. They all three go to the bathroom. Jonathan's just sitting there. Like,
Yeah.
Okay. The height check was pretty funny. Where they said like, oh yeah, I mean, they're under 6 feet. And he's like, well, let's check the height. And Jonathan stands up, and then they like, Lino bends over, starts drinking his drink. He's like, oh, this drink is so good, blah, blah, blah. And then Jonathan's like, all right, fine, I'll sit down. And then all three of them stand up. They're like, okay, let's check the height right now. Like,
yeah,
I don't know. It was really good. Under 2 meters. Yeah, 2 meters is 6 feet, right about that. I mean, it's like more, but like, yeah, ish.
Slightly.
I mean, I'm estimating, but yeah.
That was a good moment. Also, the when he when he had him headlock him,
right?
Which I don't feel like, I don't know. It didn't really look like a headlock to me. It was just more like a lean or something. But he said harder, and I want to clip that moment.
Yeah, when he says harder, and then he just squeezes a little bit, and he's like, ah,
yeah.
Yeah, it's great. It's good. I don't know. This whole interview was so good, so chaotic. Lino's graduation photo where he's like holding a fucking like doll head upside down in a t-shirt. I don't know. That was so wacky. Like, my God. And yeah, right. They brought up that he had there was a story from his school days that he used to get to school early to meet up with someone, and they were like, oh, I didn't know you were like into romance, and Lino said or that you had a girlfriend or something like that, and then did you have a crush on her? And then Lino's answer was, it was a him.
Yeah.
And then he said that there's no romance, or it said there's no romance in an idol's life or whatever, but he doesn't correct that, like, did you have a crush on him? He's like, I didn't have a crush, it was a him. He just said it was a him. So like, at the moment this interview came out, Stays were like, I fucking knew it. Like,
I don't know. That's not what I took from it, but I don't know.
No, I know, but
I feel like he was just saying, like, his friend that he wanted to sit with, which is a totally reasonable thing to want, in any environment.
Yeah.
So
well, it's just, it feeds into the whole thing with Lino and Han. So
right. Yeah, but people be reading into stuff a little too much, a lot of the time. So yeah.
Well, it's okay, and he plays into it. So
to get to school at dawn, yeah. I mean, this morning I left a little bit early so that I could go to the burger bus and get a burrito from my buddy who was on duty yesterday. So
I'm sorry, you went to the burger bus and you got a burrito.
It's literally called the burger. Like the name of the truck is Burger Bus, but in the morning they make breakfast burritos.
Oh, I see. Okay, yeah, fair enough. There's like a breakfast taco place that opened up near us. It's really good, and for some reason they don't open on Saturday, and I'm just like, but that's the morning I go out and get breakfast for us as a family, and what I want are those tacos.
Yeah,
and I can't get them on that day.
Right.
Yeah. Oh, urgent Changbin. Yeah, it's good. I also really loved the segment where he talked to Felix. First off, he was like super kind to Felix and called him a prince throughout. He was like, Prince Felix, like, and he's like, I'm not a prince. But like they talked about that, like, the rumor for Felix was that that he asked all of his friends to like delete all of the pictures from when he was younger because like he didn't want that getting out because he was going to be an idol and stuff. And he's like, yeah, that's true. I did do that because, you know, when I was younger, I was a little chubby and I just, you know, I didn't want that out there. And he's like, but it turns out you have the most childhood photos available. And he's like, yeah, my friends betrayed me.
Yeah.
I fucking love
I don't know.
that.
I just, in this day and age, you can't look, if anyone knows, Beyonce knows, right? You can't get rid of photographic evidence. No one will allow that.
That's true. It was, I mean, I you know, they showed all the photos, and other than the fact that he kept wearing that in all of his pictures, he had like a giant gold watch. Yeah. You know, it's like, other than that, he just looks like young Felix. Like, I don't see any harm. And also, let's not forget that they released photo cards of all the members as kids. So like, come on. Like, come on. Yeah. Those exist in an album. Like, you can get those.
I have them.
So you do. Yeah. Yeah, they showed the blue suit with the gold watch. That one is like really commonly shared, especially when they do promotions and whatever company is airbrushing their photos, like makes them completely pale white, and then they're just like, hey, look what Felix actually looks like. He has a tan. It's okay. Like,
yeah,
you know. So I mean, it's fine. I get it. Like, but you know, he's a boy who grew up in Australia on the beach. Like, he got some sun, and that's okay. Like, it's totally fine. I also love there's pictures of Lino with no makeup on, just like out and about on the street and stuff. Just and like his tan is great. Like, he's got a wonderful complexion, and you know, it's normalized to just throw on makeup, cover it up. And a lot of Felix early on, they spent a lot of time trying to cover his freckles. And when there's like close-up pictures on some of the stuff that they've promoted, like product placement stuff, they like erased with like photoshopped out his freckles. And I'm just like, they're iconic. How dare you?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I don't know. So now Felix has an incredible complexion because he stays inside and plays what I assume is Overwatch all day. So,
oh my god,
what?
He plays Overwatch?
Did you not know that?
Well, I feel like I did, but like, I don't know. It just makes me think like, what kind of player is he? Because the only baseline what do you mean I know?
Because didn't we watch a video where they had this they had this debate because no, it was they had a court case because he was playing DPS and he expected a pocket heal, right? And Sunmi was the tank, and the heals went to the tank.
I get that. What I'm saying is so he plays Overwatch and League, which I'm assuming is League of Legends, right? So he plays the two most, like, the two games with the most toxic communities. Yeah. So I don't know. I just can't see him having a good time in those games.
Well, I believe that there was you know how they do like the SK Talker stuff, like the behind the scenes things that like we tried to watch one and we were like, this is too boring. It's not like, it's just them saying hi stay and being backstage, and so we just never went back to those. They just released one. I saw some like still images from where they go and play games, where they're like playing computer games, and I don't know what they're playing or if they're going to show it. That came out today. There you go. Yeah, and they did play Overwatch, so there you go. Wow.
I'm not gonna do that.
You're not gonna do that. You don't want to watch. How about this? I will watch it.
I live with an Overwatch player. I know what it's like.
I know,
to
but
listen to someone play Overwatch.
Yeah, but have you ever heard an Australian play Overwatch? I'm just saying, could be different.
Could be, yeah, maybe. I just know, like, if she were playing right, thank God that they want to play that hunting game, because otherwise, what I'd be hearing right now is "you fucking idiot," just or something along those lines.
Yeah, I don't know what you said, because Crisp was just like, "Oh no, we can't have that."
Well, you'll hear it later.
But I'm sure I'll hear it. I'm sure I'll hear it later.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know.
Expletive deleted. Expletive deleted. Expletive deleted.
Yeah. So I think I'll watch it. I don't typically watch the vlogs either, but I'll watch it, and I'll let you know. I'll report back.
Yeah. Let me know.
It's not a vlog. Well, whatever. It's them playing Overwatch. I'm gonna watch it, and we'll see what happens. Yeah. And then it will be great. They ended it by performing Case 143 karaoke style, and they sang like the entire song, just the three of them. And I actually found that to be really impressive, because like we were talking about while we were watching it, it's just like I didn't think they were going to do the whole thing. I thought they were just going to do like a little bit, maybe up to the chorus, and then be like, "Yeah, nailed it," and then walk away. But yeah, I don't know. It was interesting. Yeah,
it did throw me off when they just kept going, because I was like, "Oh, they're just gonna do a little nope." They
just kept going. They all smashed it. I think they did a really awesome job. I think there was a moment where Felix, I don't know if he was supposed to go high, but he like did a line with his like low voice, and I was like, oh, I thought that he would have gone up for that, because we know he can do it, but he didn't. Yeah. He was hiding his power level. But that's okay. That's all right. It still sounded good.
Speaking of Felix going up, maybe this is jumping the gun a little bit too much, but that second video, when he was like, "I'll do a high pitch now."
Yeah. It was so good. Okay, all right. So Sunmi did an interview with them, the Showterview, which is like a little variety show. I mean, the Jonathan one was a variety show also, and it's all during this promotion time. The chaos was incredible. I thought it was really, really cool, because she was good at reining them in, and only like having like a tight leash. Like she'd let them out to like be a little chaotic, and then she was like very good at being like, okay, all right, that's enough.
Yeah,
we've had enough chaos. Let's get on task here, and then getting them to actually like do the things instead of just spin out of control, which has been known to happen. So
yeah,
she's great. But I'm always down to listen to 24 Hours, which they did reference in this. Lot of fun to be had. They started by electing a school president, a class president, because they were like pretending to be in school. They had to give like a little statement to kind of describe why they should be president. So why do you think you should be president of the podcast, Tom?
I don't. That would make any sense.
Shit. All right. Well,
but if I if I had to make a case for it, I would say I just have that Riz,
You have that Riz?
Yeah.
How old are you?
You know
14?
what I'm saying? Yeah, exactly.
Are you a 14-year-old TikToker? Yeah. You have that Riz?
I got that Riz,
Jesus
dog.
Christ. Yeah. Riz. Blech.
Exactly.
Anyway. I'm a man. We don't say Riz, okay? I don't know what that has to do with anything.
Yeah. does that mean?
Anyway, I don't know. Yeah, and I'll tell you this is
Tell
that
me.
the reason I would be president is because I got that Riz.
Yeah, true.
So stupid. Well, I suddenly on TikTok, I just heard people start saying Riz, and I'm like, this is gross. This is like a bad word. I like it, not like a bad word, but like a word that is poor at. I know it's short for charisma, but it is like, it's not good. It doesn't sound good coming out of your mouth.
It's got a bad mouth feel.
Yeah, it does. It has bad mouth feel. It really does. Yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's so bad. Jesus Christ. I saw this earlier, and it's being reminded in chat that like Bang Chan, when he had his like speech to become class president, he basically just said like, well, we've got a lot of history, so you should just give it to me. And she was like, oh, you're gonna make it so that like you're gonna bring our personal relationship into this. And he's like, yeah, that's the advantage of experience. And I love that, right? Because like, we know that he moved to Korea when he was 13, and somebody mentioned that like that Sunmi, after she had debuted, because she was an idol with JYP, she was in Wonder Girls, and apparently she would walk Chan home from the training center when he was little because she was worried that he wouldn't find his way back to the dorm, and which is so cute. I think that's really adorable. And
so
now,
how old is she compared to him?
My answer is I don't care how old she is, but let me look it up.
Older.
She's 30 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, she was born in 1992.
A year after me.
Yeah. So there you go.
Wow.
You guys, yeah. Wow.
Mom.
No wonder I like Sunmi like the best. She's great. You know. I mean, like when we were like just getting into all of this, right? I've talked about it over and over. We watched the Neezy Project, and of course, since it's a JYP production, they performed a lot of JYP artists' songs, and one of them was the now leader of Neju performed 24 Hours. And I think I've mentioned this, but I must have mentioned it before. But like the performance was really good. Seeing JYP react to it afterwards, very creepy. Did not like that. Yeah, never again. But it was good, and it made me go like, I'm gonna see the original. And then now, like ever since then, I'm just like, yeah, 24 Hours is an amazing song. Like that's a great song, great video, perfect, love it, no notes. And earlier today, I was discussing this like before you got into the chat with us, but I was trying to look. I was like listening to it, and I was trying to look like what are like Sunmi's like top songs, and I found a website that was like listing them, and it wasn't even in the top 26. And I'm like, how's that possible? What do you mean? It's like a great song, but apparently, I don't know. I maybe people just like every song she makes. I have no idea. It's really bizarre. Yeah. Anyway, so Sunmi, great, wonderful host. Yeah. So the boys did a pretty good job of selling themselves, and some better than others. I thought it was okay. Changbin had wide shoulders. That was his whole deal.
Right.
As wide as the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, based on their descriptions, their speeches, who would you have chosen as the president?
I don't know. It's tough. I wouldn't have based on their answers. I would not have chosen Changbin.
Yeah. Are wide shoulders not enough for you?
No.
Yeah. Well. What about 3 poses from Hyunjin?
From Hyunjin? No, that wouldn't have done it either.
What about a freestyle rap about the universe from or a zero gravity rap by Han?
That was pretty impressive. Yeah,
it was pretty good.
But Han was like playing sad boy. So
listen. I think you should know by now from seeing every song that he writes, he's not playing sad boy. He is sad boy. Yeah. He's just like, man, I grew up in Malaysia and then I had to move to Korea and everything is sad.
Yeah. Now I'm famous because I'm amazing.
He has a hard time. There was a big concert that they did in Australia, and there was like, I don't remember how long it was, 15, 20 minutes, but like he left the stage and 30 minutes. There you go. Some of our stray boos were there. He left the stage for 30 minutes. And then when he came back, he was like, sorry, like I was just overwhelmed by everything and all of you cheering and stuff. And he just said he was backstage crying and didn't want them to see his crying face. Like, I don't know.
I mean, that's fair. I don't want people seeing my crying face.
Right. No, 100%. Like, it makes sense. Also, I don't know. I was going to say, like, you didn't have to say it. Like, you could have just said, like, I was overwhelmed, so I had to, take a break backstage.
And
but he said he was crying. But he's just very honest, and that's fine. I'm fine with that. Or maybe as the debate went later, he had an urgent poo and he had to go, and he just didn't want to bring it up. So he had a better.
Changbin had the urgent pee, and Han had the urgent poo.
Yeah, maybe he had a sneeze. He had an unfortunate sneeze and had to run off stage.
Yeah.
Is crying better than poo?
In what kind of context does that like is crying a better activity or a more entertaining activity than pooping? Because
it definitely
absolutely
isn't.
Not. No. Pooping is way more enjoyable than crying. Especially if you've been holding it. Well, I guess if you've been holding in either, getting it done is like satisfying.
Cathartic.
Yeah, in both regards.
Honestly, dude. My thought was, well, obviously it's pooping because like you can like do stuff on your phone and whatnot.
Yeah,
like
you can watch TikToks.
I just didn't think. Anyway, it's not better. We'll get to the debate, okay? The actual debate.
I mean,
but before that, they played Mafia.
Yeah. They did indeed play Mafia, and Bogchan, I guess, did not understand the rules.
He did not hear what was going on. They called for the doctor to lift his head. And Lino sticks his head up, and then like 2 seconds later, like on a delay, Bangchan lifts his head up because he was the JYP, aka the cop.
Yeah.
I loved though that when he revealed himself as being JYP, he like did a JYP dance. I thought that was really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and just when they called for the doctor, who was the doctor? It was
Lino.
Yeah, it was Lino, and Lino like looks at him and he's like, "What the hell? What's going
he's
on?
Like, what are you doing?" And I love that he like puts his head back down and he's like, "Sorry." It's really funny. I couldn't help but laugh that like after the first night, Changbin was just like, the doctor healed himself. He didn't heal anybody else. He healed himself. And then he calls him out on the second night. And when Lino doesn't heal himself, he got murdered.
Dies.
Yeah, he could have survived. It was good. Unfortunately, like I mean, the Mafia didn't win anyway, but like Sunmi was the first one to go out as one of the Mafia, and like he got to see who everyone was. And when Bangchan sits up because he's the JYP, he just goes like, "Oh, well, the JYP looks like JYP," and I'm like, "You fucking gave it away!" Like everyone, like I'm surprised it took people as long as it did to suddenly be like, "I know what he means." Because they call him JYP's son all the time. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's pretty funny. I mean, it was good. Yeah, I know. Yeah, of course. So maybe they just cheated to let them promote the album. I don't know. Were they really? Has there ever been anyone on Showterview history, right, who went on there and they made them play a game and they were like, if you lose, you cannot promote your album. And then they lost and didn't promote the album. Did that ever happen? I don't know. Like, I don't know. It'd be funny if it did, though.
Yeah.
And if it was going to, I get the sense that it would be, oh man, I think it would probably, and I know my scope is like limited, but I'm thinking of like the chaotic groups that I know. I feel like it would be like ATEEZ, B2B, or Stray Kids, who would like literally just be like, "Oh, I guess we lose," and like shake hands and start walking out, and then have to be called back in.
Yeah,
like it just seems like something that fits their personalities. So yeah, it'd be good. Maybe they could all do it together, and it would be like for the Mayfly reunion album, that they should be promoting. But yeah, it was good. I thought it was a fun little Mafia thing, even though obviously the Mafia lost. None of the people in the Mafia like did well at like trying to hide the fact that they're Mafia, but again, that could go to, well, they want to promote the album, so, or they're just bad. Who knows? Or they're just bad. I mean, from what we know of them playing games, they are bad. Like,
that's okay.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay. It's all good.
You can just have a practice like confidence,
Right.
The other day I said something to Anna and she was like, "Wait, are you serious?" And I was like, "Yeah, I'm serious. Why wouldn't I be serious?" And she's like, "I don't know. I'm just used to you saying stuff and not meaning it all the time."
Oh man, I know what she means. Yeah. Man, I'm gonna eat something when we're done here. I usually do, but I'm hungry. Like we got a Costco membership. I know this is off topic, but we got a Costco membership, and which was great because we all had hot dogs after we were done shopping.
Oh hell yeah!
It was for dinner for all of us. It was $6.50, and I'm just like, excuse me?
Yeah.
What? Huh? So I like knew, and it was also like I'm the boomer over here, like ordering on the pad. They have like a pad that you order on now, and I'm just like, okay, I ordered 4 hot dogs. Where's the drinks? And then I realized like drinks are included, and I was like, all right, man, I'm glad that we bought this. I'm gonna use this all the time.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyway, so we got these like frozen pizzas, these like personal pizzas. And so Jeanette and I one night we were just like, "Oh, let's have one of those. Let's have one of those pizzas." And then we did one. We had it tonight for dinner also. But like they're small. They don't even fill me up a little. They taste really good, but they are tiny. So yeah, I just I'm going to have to eat after this. It's going to be good. And I wanted to get my food talk out before we had the poop talk. So
yeah, speaking of poop,
yeah,
these like maintenance crew came by and did like upgrades on the house, and they installed new toilets that are like high seat toilets. I feel like a fucking toddler sitting on it, and like it just makes it uncomfortable. Yeah. And, Anna is much shorter than me, so I can only imagine how she felt the first time sitting down. So I ordered some squatty potties, and
sure.
Wow, Those are crazy. Have you ever used a squatty potty?
Yeah, I've got a squatty potty. What am I, a heathen?
It feels weird at first, but then you're like, man, this is getting shit done.
I'm sorry for all the poop talk, but Stray Kids did this to us. Okay,
Yeah, they're the ones that brought it up.
They did. So they had the debate, and Jeanette had suggested ahead of time. I didn't know what all the debates and stuff, but she was just like, obviously you guys need to tell like what your decision would be. So the first debate was which one is worse to hold, poop or pee?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is such a weird debate.
Yeah, it is.
Not in your hand. Well, but that raises an interesting question. Which one is worse to hold?
Okay, all right. Hear me out, okay?
Go ahead.
Because I want to tell you this. Or it's not that I want to tell you this. This has nothing to do with our debate or our conversation about it. But I just want to say, like, did IN say it's pee because, you know, if you're holding a poop, you can just let out a little fart once in a while and that'll let you cruise by? Am I just imagining things? Did he say that? Okay, like this man.
I don't think that's accurate though. When I have to poop, the last thing I want to do is fart. You can't trust that.
Jesus Christ. Just the idea. I'm so fucking these men.
The other day
you could make a mistake. It could be, yeah. You don't want to trust the wrong fart.
Well, the other day I farted and like
Is this what you want to say? Is this what you...
Yeah. Why not? I'll finish that sentence.
Are you sure? Your mom is listening, okay?
She's heard worse.
Okay. Yeah, no.
I grew up around her.
She changed her diapers.
Yeah.
It's fine.
She's seen my shit.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, you know, sometimes you fart and the fart bubble itself just feels a little too wide and you're like, I don't know what that... Oh, okay, thank God.
Jesus Christ. Why? Okay. All right.
Luckily, it was just a fart, and it was not poop.
Was the debate which one is harder to hold? It must have been, right?
Which one's harder to hold, or which one's worse, or whatever?
Or which one's better to hold?
Which one's better?
I don't fucking remember what the question was.
I think...
yeah, it's worse. Which one is worse to hold? Okay.
Poop, I would say. Because poop can start to hurt, you know? Like, it can hurt. Although, sometimes... Okay, so, like, sometimes I wake up... like when we're underway or just when I'm on the ship in general, and I have to sleep in my rack.
Right.
I have to like squeeze myself out of my rack just because it's a very small space. I'll take a picture tomorrow so that you guys can see like what kind of room we're working with here. I have to like, you know, literally like fold myself. I put, you know, I like lean down and push down on my fucking bladder and then like put my legs out and squeeze out of my rack. I mean, like there's no other way to do it. And so if I have to pee really bad, oh my God, it is painful. It is literal pain. Excruciating pain.
That is a problem. Yeah. I don't know. It's hard. You know, a lot of great arguments were made that are hilarious to see idols make. Like, what if you had diarrhea? like then, you know,
sometimes, yeah,
you know, It's easier to hold. Like, I don't know. It's just like the whole debate was nonsensical. I don't know what the answer is. I think poo. I think we're saying poo. Yeah. I can't wait for my kids to be old enough to listen to this. Woo!
Poop is harder to hold if you have to hold one or the other.
Yeah, because you got to go. Your body will not let you not. So you got to go. Yeah.
Now, which one is harder to hold or which one would you rather not hold in your hands? That's the real question.
How could you even? I mean, the pee would leak, So I don't know. I don't want to know.
All right.
I don't want to think about it. Yeah. Look, as a parent, I have had to deal with bodily fluids more than I would want to. Okay, you just deal with a lot of toilet stuff.
Yeah.
So this is my safe space from that.
Yeah.
This interview has invaded it. I don't like it. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Jeanette just told you. I'm not going to say that out loud. You could read what she just said. It's true. It's happened multiple times. Anyway, yeah. So the next debate was, about a debate, and they were debating.
They debated,
and then, all my brain is just totally empty right now because all I was thinking about was like, God, I don't want to talk about poop anymore. And I was just like, where am I? Who are you? So if you're in a sauna, and it's on fire, and you only have a small little like hand towel, and you have to run out, do you cover your private parts or do you cover your face? And I understand. I don't. I was gonna say I understand the reasoning of saying like, oh, I'm gonna cover my face because you're an idol, and like,
no, it's for smoke inhalation protection.
That's right. You gotta protect your lungs, your throat. You're a singer. You gotta it's important to protect that.
No, it's just important for anyone to cover their face.
No, you don't. No, it's not important for most humans. Only if you're a singer. It doesn't really matter.
Right,
yeah.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, I think the obvious choice is private parts, because of the etiquette as was determined by the show. Yeah. So like,
if you're in a sauna and there's a fire and you have a hand towel, do you cover your face or your private parts? I would cover my face.
Would you?
Yeah.
Here's my problem with the premise of this. How did you get into the sauna with only a face towel?
Yeah, right. Well, that's that's a plot hole that we can't really. Yeah,
the other towels that you had on,
they burned.
That's what caught on fire. Okay, right. That's fair. All right. Either way, your butt is going to be sticking out.
Yeah. And if you just pooped, then nobody wants to see that. But
what? You would not have done that right before you went to the sauna.
Well, if you had to poop before you got in there, you would definitely feel like you have to poop more because you're all loose, and warm.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I thought we were done with the poop talk. But
no, never.
We're here again.
We'll circle back next episode.
Oh, God. So, I just, the whole premise of it is wacky to me because I'm like, well, how did you get into the sauna? But,
yeah, I don't know. I think private. I think you need to be able to see where you're running. You got to cover private.
I wouldn't cover my entire face. I would cover my mouth and my nose with the towel.
I love that you're making the same arguments they made, because I'm like, yeah, like the not covering your privates part was just like, yeah, anyway.
If someone is concerned with the fact that I'm trying to protect my lungs instead of protect their eyes from where they shouldn't be looking in the first place in the middle of a fire, that's their problem, not mine.
Yeah, I don't know, but like, I just also feel like the natural inclination, if you were running out of a sauna, that you would be, that's just the way you would do it. I just don't think, I don't think it would enter your mind to be like, I need to cover my face. I think you'd be like, I need to get the fuck out of here. And that would be the only thing you would think. So you'd be covering. And then Sunmi would go, I'm sorry guys, but I can't help but picture this.
Yeah.
So that was good. That was great. Love that part.
Well, I don't care who sees my junk.
All right, fair enough. All right, well, decisions made.
We had communal showers in boot camp.
I know.
It was such a fun
no
time.
sense of privacy.
No.
It's no good. No good.
No bueno.
Yeah. I don't know when to show you this. Maybe that somebody in chat can link this picture and show you this, but like, I was just thinking about how much like fun they were having, like goofing off on this episode, and it reminded me that they went out and got wasted one night. Okay,
Really?
they did, but they're idols, so they don't drink, right?
Right.
But they went out and got wasted, and they took this group picture, and it is like the most obvious picture ever. Like if you're like looking at their faces and stuff. Thank you, absurd. Okay, like when you look at this picture, you can see like how fucking like this is like your group of friends totally just left the bar. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like especially if you zoom in on Sungmin's face,
Sungmin? Yeah.
he is so gone.
Yeah,
he's like
he needs
the
to be
most
carried
drunk.
home.
Yeah, 100%. But like, everybody's just having the best time ever. I fucking love it. It's a great picture. I just, and there's been so many edits. Here's one. We got one link to the chat, right? Drunk kids, like so good. I just fucking love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a good photo.
It's a great photo. This is actually like one of my favorite photos of them as a group, just because like it's just a good reminder that they're people, right? Like they're just humans, and they got to blow off some steam, and like this is like, we get to see a very curated version of them, right? Most of the time. And this is like the least curated we've ever seen them, and I love it. So it's great. Yeah.
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 It's very, very candid. Yeah, and if they get any flack for it, I mean, like, if you have a group of friends and you go out and get fucking trashed, like, this is exactly what it looks like. There's,
they did not catch any flack for this.
That's good. I'm glad.
At all. But at a concert, I'm not even sure. Okay, all right. Let's talk about this. Okay, at a concert, apparently Felix made a smoking gesture. For one moment, he just made a smoking gesture, I guess. I didn't see anyone talk about it. No, like, humans who were at the show, right? And then some like fucking like K-pop gossip magazine website, whatever, was like, fans are outraged that he made a smoking sign with his during the concert. And I was just like, what fans? What are you talking about? Like, literally, like, TikTok, anything, there's nothing that I've seen. And the thing is that I keep seeing people talk about it. I've never seen a video of it. I've never seen a picture of it. I haven't seen anything. No evidence of it. I believe it happened, but I'm just like, who cares? who are you? Like, he is an adult man. Like, what do you? It doesn't matter. I just, I don't know. It's just in the survival show, they did a choreographed cocking of a gun using someone's leg and shooting it all over the room.
No, that's worse.
What's fucking worse? What's worse?
Smoking a cigarette.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just so stupid. I'm just like, is this? I just can't, for the life of me, believe that this is a real controversy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like this is just people just being a shithead.
Yeah.
Like this is not actually anyone. And I'm sure that people are going to be like, well, actually, like, people have been doing this. Like, this person did it. This person did it. Come on, man. Like, get over yourself. I'm just, I don't know. It's the stupidest shit. I just shut up. Like, people are just mad because we're successful. Like, that's what it comes down to. So stupid. There was one more thing that we were going to do, which was we were going to watch the first take of Case 143.
Oh, can we do that another time? It's really late.
We can.
And I have duty tomorrow.
No, that's totally fine because we're going to be recording a bunch more this week. So we'll put it off one more time. It's fine. And we'll go to bed. And tomorrow, I'm going to be gardening.
Ooh. We're going to record Monday.
Monday.
Man, I have to wake up so early Monday.
Yeah, well, you picked the days. I didn't pick the days.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's fine. I don't, doesn't matter to me. I have to be, I was not able to get off the gun shoot, so I have to be at the gun range at 4:30.
In the PM?
No, AM.
AM?
Yeah.
AM?
4:30 AM. Yes.
And you got to go shoot guns?
Yeah, because you have to train.
Fuck
you have
that.
to train low light. You have to do 2 courses for each.
Oh my god, that sucks.
It's not that's kind of like the point though, Jeanette, is that you have to learn how to shoot when you can't see, so that you're not missing
shooting at random.
Right.
Yeah, right. It makes sense. I get it, but whatever. Anyway, you can join us when we do listen to the first take next week by going to makeastay.com and following all of our podcasts and joining our Discord and hanging out with the live shows and chatting in all the chat rooms. And it's cool. It's cool. It's fun. It's hip. It's neat.
It's hip.
There's not a lot of poo talk. That was only for this one episode. Never
I feel
again.
like this is probably the only time we've talked about poop.
Yeah, this is the one and only.
But it won't be the last.
No, it will be.
Yeah.
I guess except for bird poop. That's a good point. Thank you.
We did talk about bird poop. Yeah. Man, that was a satisfying moment.
It sure was. Okay, bye-bye, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye 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 bye.